News right now in Washington, D.C. President Biden planning to announce the most significant sanction against Russia yet. Let's get right out to Allison Harris, who is live at the White House. And Allison, it sounds like the administration will, in fact, target Russian oil after all.
That's what we're hearing, and it's going to happen pretty soon. President Biden expected to make that announcement within the next 2 hours at 10:45 our time here. That announcement expected to be that the U.S. is going to ban Russian imports on oil, gas, and coal, so Russian energy imports. The U.S. has already imposed severe sanctions against Russia in conjunction with European allies that have been hammering the Russian economy. You had President Putin expressing and signaling over the weekend just how upset he is as this has made the ruble fall to its lowest level ever. And now this is a really significant move from the administration. I've been talking to a former oil executive and sources kind of over the weekend anticipating possibly this move from the administration. And there's important context here. The U.S. does still import Russian oil, but only about 3% or 5% of Russian oil is imported in here to the U.S. So this still will have a significant impact, but it's not by far the majority of oil imports for the U.S. You can expect, and this is what Americans need to know and what the president has been warning, you can expect this to continue to increase the price that you're paying at the pump, the price of gas. It's not going to help inflation. And as sources have put it to me, the White House really had no good option here. And this week, they're aware that Congress was about to take action on this. This has become popular among lawmakers planning to take action to make this ban. The White House now wanting to get ahead of that. The president expected to make that announcement here soon. Now, also yesterday at the White House press briefing, you had the press secretary talking about conversations that they're having, discussions with a variety of countries on possibly where the U.S. could turn to get energy from for oil and gas if they're not getting it from Russia. That could be Saudi Arabia, could be Venezuela, could be Iran. You have the White House dismissing some reports that they are planning a trip for the president to go to Saudi Arabia to negotiate some of this. So there's still a lot of moving parts here. Americans need to know the headline is this absolutely will impact inflation. It absolutely will impact gas prices. But public perception has changed on this. There are so many Americans that are seeing these images that are so deeply affected by the emotion that they're seeing from these Ukrainian refugees and what's happening. So maybe, they might be okay with their gas prices increasing just a little bit. But even as I say that, it's really going to cause pain, even as Americans have already been dealing with high inflation for quite some time now. Ruta Bay.
And we talk about no good options, right? If it's based on the Venezuelans, the Iranians, the Saudis, those countries have all contributed to human rights abuses. Russia and
Right.
Saudi Arabia working together in Yemen, for example. And talk about the political calculation here, because of course people were calling for the Biden administration to do more as they saw these images, but also that balancing with the domestic needs of Americans and this inflation that's at a 40-year high.
Right, and that's what's so difficult for this administration. They do not want to increase inflation. That's what you've been having the administration really focusing on, the Federal Reserve Chair trying to get that inflation number down because it has been harming the president's poll numbers with inflation just so high and Americans really feeling it at the pump. And as someone put to me this over the weekend, put it this way, you can choose not to buy a new sweater at the store because inflation is up and prices are up, but you're still going to have to buy gas. You still need to be able to get to work. So this is really going to be felt by Americans. But again, this has really shifted lately as Americans have been watching this unfold. They're watching all of this on their television screens, and perhaps public opinion has shifted. I've been following so many polls that have come out saying that there are a number of Americans, so many polls showing a majority of Americans do support a ban on Russian energy imports. It's just going to be interesting to see the effects of this and then how that impacts the midterms, as we talk about here in Washington, the elections that are coming up. If gas prices continue to increase, how is that going to affect Democrats in control here in Washington?
All right, Allison Harris with that breaking news for us at the White House. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to click on the red subscribe button below so you can get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.